Well said. Hi, everybody. I'd like to call the Village of New Paltz Affordable Housing Board meeting of April 22nd, 2025 to order. And the first thing we have is the approval of the minutes from February 20th, 2025. Has everybody had a chance to review them? Are there any additions, corrections? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
Yes.
And do I hear a second?
Take turn.
I second.
Second,
You'll second.
all in
Yes.
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Hear any opposed? Hearing none, the minutes passed. Our new business, and I feel like all I'm doing is talking to us here at the table, so I'll be a little less formal about it, I guess. The next big project that's gonna come online here in New Paltz is gonna be over 120 units of apartments up on North Chestnut Street, north of the Agway project and south of Bosse's. So as you're heading north, it's on the left-hand side. And it's gonna be big. I mean, 120 some units. I forget the exact number, but there's gonna be 20 units of affordable housing. I've had a couple of conversations with the developer about just about what we do as a board. Help him understand a bit of the ordinance a little bit, although he fully understood it. It was more, how does our process work? How do we send them applicants? How does that work? That's all I talked to him about. I didn't make any policy, anything, just process. Anyway, now it's coming time for the planning board to actually set a number of studio apartments, one-bedroom apartments, and two-bedroom apartments aside as affordable. So I thought we needed to talk about that a little bit.
Oh, I didn't realize the planning board chooses.
Yeah, they actually.
Because we haven't had such a large number before.
Well, in the past, I'll be honest with you. But whatever, the planning board just, it came before the planning board and it was approved and there it went. I think it's, part of it is me understanding my role on the planning board and my role on the Affordable Housing Board. And this one, I said to myself, I think we should do this. I think we should do this with every project moving forward. The two that got away from me, I apologize, they got away from me. The planning board approved it and they're done.
Is this one now approved also?
Not yet.
I was gonna say, I didn't think it was.
Not
There's
yet.
been all kinds of details on internet, on that New Paltz.
It's been very confusing to say the
Right.
least, especially if the two developments and then one people thought wasn't green lighted, but they started construction, so it's
Yeah,
a lot of public confusion.
yeah, well, and
Well, those
I
two
can
are-
appreciate that because there's three projects
Right.
almost in a row there.
Literally.
One
Yeah.
south of the car wash,
Right.
north of the car wash, and then this third one
Another
we're
street.
talking about is actually gonna butt right into the Agway project. People call it the Agway.
Okay.
project. The two are gonna come together right on their south property boundary line.
Because I heard that the house was coming down
You know,
for this third one.
yeah, I'm not sure, John. I'll be
At
honest
least
with you.
online.
It seems to me the house has gotta come down, because I'm looking at it saying, how are you gonna put all this in there?
Right,
Because it's a large
that's
building.
big. At least they're set at the Agway one, that building just seems so close to the
It
road.
does seem close to me too, and I'm, of course, again, it's part of my inexperience in looking at flat plans.
Yeah,
And you say to yourself, you're looking, when they put it up, I said, ooh, that's close to.
I
the
mean,
road."
I like the idea that the parking's behind and you don't see a big parking lot, but that was so close.
It's close, yeah. However, the one we're talking about is gonna be set back and there's
Yeah.
gonna be quite a nice streetscape in front of it.
And it looked like at least two distinct buildings.
Yeah, they are. They look like two distinct buildings and the front of it is kind of concave
Oh.
in this direction and then the wings go back that way. Yeah,
Are these the ones that are commercial on the ground?
they're
floor?
all commercial on the ground floor.
So it's-
All three projects
Oh,
are
okay.
commercial on the ground floor because that's the zoning in that neighborhood.
That's right.
They have to be commercial on the ground floor.
I'm like, how are they gonna fill all that commercial space with three big complexes?
You know?
Even to replace, I don't think is full.
There's been a couple of members of the planning board who said, why don't we just turn it into all housing? but that's not our call.
No.
We can't do that, so, but I agree with you, I think, I think it's gonna be hard to fill that commercial space.
I mean, I know a previous village board thought they were looking to the future and, you know, Main Street was full and it's gonna go up
Yeah.
that way. But I don't think we're there
Well, we're gonna get there pretty quick,
yet. Yeah.
we're pretty quick, I tell you, that street's gonna look, in probably 2 or 3 years, that street's gonna look a lot different than it ever did.
Yeah.
You know. Anyhow, so. There, in terms of the bedroom mix in the project, there's 23 studio apartments.
Oh, this is already.
Yeah,
a given.
this is a given. There's 23 studios. There's 72 one bedroom. And there's 33 two bedroom.
So out of this mix, we have to decide
We
what
have
makes it
to choose
20.
20.
Well, 95 of these are, well, I guess a single bedroom, they can be more than one capacity, but it's like meant for a couple, really.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
now
Now-
sticking to that, right, that if it's a two-person household, it's a one-bedroom apartment.
Whatever our ordinance says.
That's
John.
what we sort of have been doing.
Whenever, although I think we can put 2 people in a 2 bedroom,
Okay,
I think it's. Ordinance and just see what it says.
because if it was 3 or more, I mean, I'd have to have Nicole, right, go through the list, how many, if we have. Well, no, I'm looking at the 33, we don't get 33, how many people would require or have that larger?
Oh, like a larger
You know, like the
family,
2, yeah,
like 2 bedrooms, if you had like 4 people.
or even 3, right?
Yeah,
Well-
because let's say you have it, let's say it's a mom and a son and a daughter.
Right,
Well, no, it wouldn't even matter because.
yeah,
Let me see,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to
It'll
the
be-
sizes and things.
It'd be great if someone had 3 bedrooms. I
Okay.
know
They
that's
don't
not.
in this one, but they do in the one Agway, there's 3 bedrooms.
there
Oh,
are.
Okay.
There are
That's
3s
good
in
news.
there.
Yeah, especially because these are more like generic apartments. The other are like.
Okay, so for an efficiency apartment, you can only have, under our ordinance, you can only put 1 person in an efficiency.
So I mean, if it's less than 1 bedroom, like a studio,
Yeah,
Okay.
which we don't even have, so.
right.
I'm sorry,
Now,
yes,
we're
we
gonna
do.
get some.
Okay,
Then a 1 bedroom apartment, you can go up to 2 people. And then a 2 bedroom apartment, you have the minimum number of people in a 2 bedroom apartment is 2,
or it's 2, it's not 3.
and the maximum number is 4.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. The one thing that I have stuck in the back of my head, John, and maybe
Mhm.
you'll remember this, Nicole, maybe you'll remember it as well. We had kind of a hard time filling the 2 bedroom apartments in Zero Place.
That's sort of what I was just asking Nicole, yeah.
Did I remember that?
it was, because
Yeah.
we had a lot of single individuals.
Right.
Yeah,
That were, yeah.
we had a hard time.
So, wait, we don't get to pick though, right? The planning board does.
Well, I think they'll accept our
Oh, we can make, oh,
I
good,
shouldn't say that.
that's good,
I'm gonna make the recommendation, whatever we come up with here tonight.
right,
I'm gonna recommend that to the planning. board. Now, they can accept it, they can reject it, they can
Right.
modify it, whatever. But that's what I told them I was going to do.
okay. So we almost,
One way I thought about, and not to interrupt, go ahead.
oh, no, I was saying, we sort of have to analyze our complete list to see how many of these and these and these would make sense.
You know, and here's the one thing I can offer you. When I don't think we have nearly enough people on our list with incomes high enough to pay those rents. I mean, you know, as we've gone through the last few meetings and gone through 5 or 7 and 9 applications. So many of those people, I mean, they're never gonna afford these rents, never.
That was the same as Zero Place.
And same as Zero Place. We had a very hard time filling that place because they couldn't afford the rent. And the rents are a lot higher now than they were even 3 or 4 years ago.
Cause they're charging the maximum allowed under the.
Oh, they're gonna charge the max. Oh, yeah. I mean, I tried to get Zero Place to charge less than the max. It didn't work. That went down in flames.
Do you remember how many units we're getting in the other two, not this?
If
that
one,
are approved?
one is 6 and one is 7, I
So one
think.
is 6 and one is 7.
Yeah, don't hold me to that, but about. So, yeah, so this is gonna go
So
from
adding on, we've
our
got
little-
30 something.
our little 7 units that we have right now.
Right,
We're gonna be over, we're gonna add 30 to that within the next 18 months to 3 years.
And is that's not considering the senior or the student housing, is it, or is it?
No,
Okay,
No.
that's what I thought.
no, these are projects that are either approved by the planning board or eminently going to be approved by the planning board. So these are gonna happen much faster than the student housing project, much faster.
I'm calling it student housing.
I don't know what I.
Well, they're not
I
allowed
was
to
just in
talk,
Moriello property.
Yeah,
it's for students, it's not legally
Right,
student housing.
because it's
Right.
absolutely right, right.
But no, this is, under this, it would be 1,500 for a studio apartment.
well, I don't know what the rent's gonna be for studios. That's another thing we're gonna need to talk about. We have no rent schedule for studios.
Hmm.
And I don't even know how to set up that, but let's just focus on the number of units to
Right.
begin with. One thing I thought about was, what if we get 20% of the whole project becomes affordable under our ordinance? What if we took 20% of the 23, 20% of the 72, 20% of the 33?
Yeah, so.
I mean, it's a way.
4.6.
Yeah, what did you come up with, Dylan? So 20% would be 4.6, so that would be like 5.
14.4.
5 of the 1 bedroom.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
let's say it's 14 of the 1 bedrooms.
So no, studio would be rounding up 5,
Yeah,
1 bedroom would be rounding up 15, I got. Cause it's 14.4.
well, you're already at 20.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to monkey here a little bit.
All right.
And then 20% of 33 would be 6, you'd think it'd be 7. Let me offer this. My feeling is, I don't think we should overload the 2-bedroom apartments.
Right.
I think we're gonna have trouble.
Oh, I agree.
absolutely.
Those were the harder ones to fill.
What if we work back, what if we say 4 of those?
I have 4 down for that, 6 studio and 10 1 bedroom as just,
6 and 10,
because I mean, that was.
Sounds good.
that sounds good.
The studio allows enough for the single people, but then I mean, we're prioritizing on single families or single parents with 1 kid.
And then we'd have 4 2-bedrooms.
Well, this is also, so this, in affordable housing would be good, but it is taking a little more from studios. Like in proportion, it's like a quarter of the studios, but it would only be like less than 10% of the 2 bedrooms. So that's fine, but just pointing out, we're taking a lot more of the studios, which,
We'd be taking almost half of theirs.
well,
If they only have 23.
Just keep in mind all those other developments that will come up.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, and I don't remember the bedroom mix. I do know, I think there's 1 3-bedroom apartment that is affordable in one of the projects.
Wow.
The project south of the car wash is 1s and 2s. There's no 3s. The 3s are in the Agri project. They have a few 3s and we have one of them, I think, is affordable. Dylan, I kind of like the 6, 10 and 4.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's.
yeah, I mean, it's, not as many 2 bedrooms, but as we were saying, 2 bedrooms are harder to fill.
Right,
So we don't really want to take that big of a,
Look at.
so the Agway project you said is 1 to 3 bedrooms,
Yeah. Ones to
but
three.
probably not so many threes.
No, no. No. In fact, I think that's a huge risk on the part of the developer to put 3 bedrooms in there.
Yeah. And we'll get one of those.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the rent for a 2 bedroom apartment is like $15.55. And by the time that building's built, it's gonna be higher than that because it'll be a year from now.
Is this Agway or south of Agway? Or the
Oh, it
third
doesn't
one?
matter. I'm
Oh.
just saying a 2 bedroom apartment rent right now is
Oh.
$15.55.
15. That's for,
So now,
not affordable.
so we have to share these rents with our friends at the Ridge and Zero Place, right?
Yeah, well, zero place.
And I'm telling you, it's gonna get harder and harder for people to pay these. Well, look, I agree with the 6, 10, and 4.
I do
If
too.
everybody agrees,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, what do you think, Nicole? Should I do a motion to accept? I don't have anything written down.
A motion, yeah.
Okay,
Just one question.
go ahead.
Say we got to the point of placing people and we couldn't fill all 4, is there any chance of changing or not? We just have to go with,
There has to be a way to change it, John. I was thinking of that walking over here myself.
yeah,
You know, there has to be recourse on the part of the developer and the part of us to say, okay, here's my concern, man. If we end up with even 2 vacant 2 bedroom apartments for months,
yeah,
it's gonna be bad.
yes.
We're gonna get
It would be.
skewered, the developer's gonna be through the roof. You know, 'cause he's losing $3 grand a month,
Right,
you know?
that's what I was just thinking, what about 3 2 bedrooms, 7 1, and keep the 10?
yeah, I mean, anything under 4 2 bedrooms I'm for, because I think
Okay,
even filling 4 might be difficult.
all right, 3 then? What'd you say, John?
7 1 bedrooms, and then leave the 10 studios.
Okay, no, we have 7
Yeah.
studios.
That's,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry,
it'd be 7 studio, 10 1 bedroom, and then
Yeah.
3
3
2 bedrooms.
twos.
right,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, 4 2 bedrooms is really hard to.
Yeah,
Look, I agree with you. I agree with you.
hopefully at this point, there's at least 2 or 3 families that would be able to fall under this and afford it.
Well, let's put this into a motion and get that done. And then let me talk a little bit about what I think I know I need to do, and we as a board maybe can all do it. Oh, Jesus.
I know, I'm full of questions. All 3 of these are different outfits, there's not one outfit building 2 of those complexes.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, I was thinking they were 3 separate entities, but I wasn't sure about that.
They are, it gets very confusing because many of them have hired the same
I
architect,
know, I've seen
the
some,
same professionals, but I believe it's 3
Okay.
different developers.
okay,
Yes. Yep. Okay, the motion on the table is to recommend to the planning board that we set aside 7 studio apartments, 10 1 bedroom apartments, and 3 2 bedroom apartments in the project commonly known as 147, 149 North Chestnut Street. No, I may have that wrong. Nicole?
147, 149, and 151.
One?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So 147.
That's what it's commonly known as
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
in the planning board. Yeah, it's
Oh, planning,
because it's 3 different
Like addresses.
addresses.
Oh, is that because there's different parcels?
There's different lots, yeah.
Right.
Okay, do I hear a motion to make that recommendation?
All right,
Do I hear
we're
a
just
second?
trading, and I thought she was. So yes,
Okay, and Dylan seconds it?
A second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. I think one of the things that I need to do as the chairman is begin to become more public about the fact that we need more people applying. But
I was thinking that,
But lay it out there, now Nicole, you know, but lay it out there that these are the parameters. We're gonna have affordable housing units in New Paltz, but this is the income for a family of two.
Hmm.
And this is a rent for a two-bedroom apartment. So people can see what they're getting into. Because right now, we have so many people applying who are just on SSI. There's no way in the world.
But I tell, now, this is, I make a point, you know, for the last few months, is anytime someone calls, I actually give them a rent from Zero Place,
Okay,
as an example.
okay,
Oh.
great.
They will sometimes choose to still apply, even with the SSI award letter,
Mm-hmm,
and then sometimes they're like, nah, it doesn't. But
right.
because REPCO is so overloaded,
right,
and REPCO doesn't have, like, even their Section 8 vouchers, you know, program is closed.
Right,
And a lot of the developments that they have that go by income, like Meadowbrook has like a 5-year waiting list.
wow.
So they're just, and I would do the same thing. I'd be like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
get on any list I can,
Yeah,
even though I
right.
can't afford the
And
rent
import
you
the
just
store,
stated.
right. Well, what do you think? I mean.
No, because I was thinking about publicity, saying that, you know, this board within the next year or so is gonna have 30 apartments available for the first time ever, a much larger number, so get your applications in much better wording.
Yeah, right.
I just realized what happens, if the village gets dissolved,
Yeah,
because we're not a joint committee.
right.
Just one of the many things that our wonderful
You know,
Supreme Leader has thought of.
I've thought about that.
I can tell you,
I have to.
we'll probably go into the,
And I have no idea what it means. No idea whatsoever.
It does, like tears in the rain.
Yeah,
So I just wanna make that a very apparent point for maybe not. You know, just maybe next time we have a contact or something, it's like, hey, with this whole dissolution thing, there isn't a plan for any of these boards, but who will be moderating the affordable housing law?
you know, and I've tried to go on the various town website. Village website. Do they have public meetings of a group of people?
So LaBerge is the company that is,
Consulting group.
yeah, so basically, what it is right now is LaBerge is putting together a dissolution plan. Now, that plan has to be approved by the board.
By the,
And that hasn't
Board of
happened yet, the village board. So everyone, you know, is like, we're dissolving, like, what are we doing? We're dissolving, but technically, LaBerge has to, they have to submit the plan to the village board of trustees. And then they either approve that plan or they don't approve it.
And then it goes to a vote.
Yeah.
Then it will go to the vote to the public.
well,
In between all that, there's other stuff going on.
Yeah,
well,
just a
but,
few things.
Yeah,
you know, we have a member of a village. Established board, established by ordinance, who's raised a very valid concern, in my opinion. I'm more than willing to raise that and say, we need an answer. We can't wait for some mythical study to talk about some mythical dissolution of a village. Because what's gonna happen to people that we are publicly going to say, there are affordable units here for you. You can apply to the Village of New Paltz to get on a Village of New Paltz list. What's going to happen to those people?
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I'm more than willing to do that. I'm
Great.
more than willing. to do that.
Because all the talk on a town level of establishing a similar or the same committee as us, I thought they could merge, but they never did it, to my knowledge. They came close once and then it was gone.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I'll tell you what, why don't I draft something up and I'll share it with all of you and Adele and
Yeah.
Nicole and.
It's a good start.
You know, because
Yeah.
that's that is a good point.
it's kind of a.
We
like,
cannot,
fundamental
we
monument.
cannot do this to people.
No.
You can't tell people, oh, we have 30 affordable housing units. And then all of a sudden. You know, I don't know where the Burge is from, but they're probably not from New Paltz. You know, it's probably some hired gun out of
Yeah.
someplace.
This whole dissolution thing, only village residents get to vote on it because
Right.
it's no longer consolidation and something that's on the public record, but not in the public ear. Tim has gone to say if he doesn't win his spot as supervisor, he's going to pull back dissolution and shelf it,
Really? Oh, I haven't heard that.
which is
Oh.
a very interesting thing.
Well,
Quid pro
you know
quo.
what? I'm not gonna get into the politics of it at all.
No, just.
What I'm concerned
what it
about
has
is
to do with
what
the
happens
board.
to these people?
Yeah,
I mean, I would
To these people?
make the suggestion that say the village does dissolve. That certain boards like this one just get moved to the town level,
hopefully
not
it's that.
out of existence.
Yeah, but,
I think
but
LaBerge
I-
can be contacted directly if I. believe-
Because we have some joint boards, I'm sure it's a lot easier to just kind of scratch off the village, but for this, it's a fully village venture.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the town might have some zoning regarding affordable housing, but that's it. I mean, they don't have a policy.
So this is,
and who says a new governing body is in least bit supportive of affordable housing? We don't know that.
so when you go to our website, it says local government efficiency planning 2025. That's a link to LaBerge's page for the Village of New Paltz dissolution process, documents and info, dissolution process, public info meetings. There is a
Oh,
public meeting coming up, questions and answers.
Oh, there is a public meeting coming up?
Yeah, but it also like, I believe that they have. Click here to learn about upcoming meetings. I think there's one on, yeah, Tuesday, April 29th at 7 here.
Hmm.
Okay.
But I kind of wonder
29th
if
at
there's a
7.
way that you could.
Well, I think it is fruitful enough that just to send a written comment to a contractor, to me, is not good enough. I mean, I'm more than willing to go to this meeting and raise this issue very forcefully,
Oh, yeah,
very forcefully.
I'd be willing to follow up at the next village board meeting if it would be helpful.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure I've attended every one this year.
yeah, absolutely. You folks have every right to do that, every right to do that. Don't be shy. I mean. Yeah, this is a good point, because you can't leave these people hanging.
Well, that's exactly what we.
And we don't need to wait. We can't. Because we're ready to go public with this thing. And we cannot wait for this. So with a dissolution, without a dissolution, to me, it doesn't matter. You have to protect these people.
Right, because if the town doesn't take this board on,
Yeah,
the owners of these companies say, well, there's no more law, so you're gone.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not even no more units, it's the ones that are in place.
Yeah,
There's
what about
no
the ones in
body
place?
governing.
Right.
yeah,
They can do whatever the hell they
yeah,
want.
you can't just walk away from there. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
government efficiency though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, shall we review some applications? Anything else on any of that? I don't need to.
Oh, what happened? Yes, I know. I was filled with,
That's, I don't know why.
That's what.
what happened with the Zero Place
Oh,
whole thing?
I meant to thank you and Adele, she's not
Yeah,
here.
because they couldn't go.
Look, let me just say this, I wanna thank you very much, I thought you two did a great job. I watched it on a YouTube link, so I saw what happened, but why don't you fill us in a little bit more if you want to, Dylan, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was just making sure things got kind of put down. They need to, I think, give the village the actual rent rates was the thing they were kind of waiting on. It was some specific number.
The fair market sales price for the units.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically what I was saying at our meeting, where it's like, this is fine, but make sure you have the actual numbers and stuff on paper. Because what they were showing us is just, these will be provided at the affordable rate without saying what the affordable rate was. But considering the fact they're gonna go through the purchasing plan with them, they're gonna give them the number, at the end of the day, it's not gonna make a difference, because they won't be able to buy it, but. They got the approval kind of pending that.
So the current residents that cannot buy it
No, the current residents
they
can
can.
buy it. If they don't wanna buy it, they're good to be there indefinitely.
as a rental,
Yes,
right?
so
But then, as you brought up in our previous meeting, if they buy it and then they no longer qualify under this for some reason,
what happens?
what?
Can they sell it to someone else? Do
Right.
they have to like, this is something,
No. Once, all right.
Or are we
I
done with
believe
them
what
once they
happens
buy
on the
it?
sale, once you buy the unit, you have to be income eligible to buy the unit.
Right,
Once you own it, you own it. Your income can go up,
oh, it can go, okay,
you don't get recertified like you do with the rent, with rent. Once you own it, you're an owner. You don't have to come back to us to be recertified every year as being
right.
60% AMI, no.
So if all five for some reason were sold, we now have five less
Rent
in our numbers.
correct.
like, once even the current renters move out, then those would transition to condos that aren't.
Yes,
Would
yeah.
those be affordable though?
They'd have to be, yes.
Okay,
Yes, yeah, it would have to be affordable. And the way to think about that, you can use the numbers right here. Basically, you take a look at the 100% AMI numbers, which are the ones on the left. Go down to 2025. Go across, say to a two-bedroom unit and double that. That would be the maximum sales price of one of those units.
So just
Oh,
under
wow.
200.
Would imagine that?
that's insane.
$200,000 is the affordable rate for that. Yeah. It can't be more than that.
As a youngin' who homeownership is but a twinkle in my eye, I'm like, 200,000, that's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. It's, those are the numbers.
yeah, I mean, that could be.
But remember, that's the max. And in a sales situation, I think it's gonna be different than a rental situation. I think if you offered one of those affordable units for $200,000. Remember, we still have to bring in people that are 60% AMI, qualified for rental. Hold on. Case of an owner occupied affordable housing unit, title is restriction. Holy mackerel. To qualify for rental housing. Oh, to qualify for the purchase. Income must be at or below 100% of the adjusted family size. So now. Go to the 2025 numbers again. So you could be making $95,800 for a two-person family. Or. Well, look for a one person. A one person, you could be making up to $83,860. And the maximum purchase price would be $160,000 for a one bed. That's the way that would work. So,
just a slight further thing.
one more.
No, well, I should get a gag. So say the person buys it, it is now theirs, as you said. We no longer have, so they can sell it for double if they want, or
No,
they can't, or do they have to only sell it going back to our,
back to our maximum sales price
okay,
to a person who meets our income limits.
to a person that meets.
So they don't have to technically be off of our list that we give them, they just have to
Right.
fit in the criteria.
No, we're gonna have to have a list of people who can afford, it. We're gonna have to have people on our list that are at 100% of
Yeah.
AMI. And people on our list that are at 60% AMI. I think, I don't wanna cross that bridge till I come to it, but
See, these are not bad questions.
like, that would be, no, this is
Things
exactly
to
right.
make us think, I hope.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you know. How we would have to, again, go public with this and say, look, we have. We have a unit. an affordable housing unit for sale. This is the maximum sales price. We are looking for people whose incomes are this or below.
Mhm.
It's almost like we'd have to do a recruitment every time that one comes up for sale. Versus maintaining a list of it all.
Right.
But then, let's say we get 10 people who apply. Then we go back to the priority listing, the priority points and things. To determine. Who pops up to the top, okay, you can try and buy it. That person goes in, can't get a mortgage, whatever, falls out, now the next person tries.
But it's always somebody to buy, it never reverts back to a rental, once it's sold.
No, no.
Right, so
I
now
don't know.
it's only
Well,
purchase.
never, I don't think we should ever say never
Oh.
anymore. You know, could they undo a condominium and make it back to rental again?
Yeah,
They probably could. I don't know how the hell you'd do it.
I don't think they'd want to.
I don't think they'd want to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Unless somehow the owners of the condominium say, yeah, you know, we don't wanna do that, I don't know.
Okay. Back to zero place, if we ever get an answer, okay, they all. Not R5, but the rest would go condo, but they're controlling the current partners or owners, the commercial space. So they own the commercial space and the association that I assume they're gonna form owns the rest?
That's the way David Shepler explained it at our meeting.
So they could sell the commercial space separately if they wanted out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yep.
Hmm.
Okay, should we review some applications?
Yeah, there's somebody coming in at 7, right? I'm sorry, 6.
Who's coming?
Don't we have a meeting? Isn't that why we moved it to 5?
Oh, some at 7, they're starting at 7.
Oh, I thought we had to be out of here at 6.
Yeah.
Well, I'd
We
like to,
can.
I'd like to move out as quickly as we can.
Yes, actually.
So we
Tell you
So
what,
to
take
move it-
one,
Do we need to move into executive session?
Yeah,
yes, yep, yep,
And so you'll do that and then I'll pause everything once you're done.
ready, should I do it now?
Well, you do executive session and then I'll.
Okay, do I hear a motion to go into executive session?
Yeah.
Second,
second.
all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, hearing none. An executive session in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, Section 105 of the New York State Public Officers Law, Article 7. An executive session for the purpose of discussion and review of the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or persons who submitted an application to the Village of New Paltz Clerk pursuant to Chapter 132 of the Village Code. We are now in executive. Okay, we've come out of executive session. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Second,
Second.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Dylan, thanks for bringing up that issue.